What's popping? You know, um, see, when you're dealing with people who have taken advantage of you, have used your kindness for weakness, um, I try to avoid the terms narcissist and psychopath for the sake of, I don't know, for the sake of what. Um, so you need to understand that when you deal with these people, you need to be very endurant, because the strategy of these kind of people is short-term based, okay? And this means you go for the long run, and this means you need to heal up. And you can check out trauma responses. You can Google trauma responses, and you probably have PTSD or CPTSD, because those people tend to project and create the same trauma that they have endured and not worked on over and over again. So they recreate it, and there is more behind that, but it doesn't matter. I don't have to go over this over and over again, you know. It just matters that they do this. And when you learn about, you know, when you distance yourself, stepping out and start to heal up, you will find out what has been projected on you. So it's not exactly your trauma, right? It has been projected on you, and you also can fill up the memory lacks that have been accompanied through the projection of trauma on you. You can puzzle the puzzle parts together, the missing links, and you learn a lot about the people who did that to you and about yourself. Typically, after the destructive circle of abuse is finished, you are discarded and ghosted or stonewalled. And this means that the people will thrive in this moment because they successfully successfully ended a predatory parasitic circle, which means they extracted something from you: money, social status, goods, whatever, supply in general. And that's why they celebrate, and they kind of glow up for a short time, in the short term. That's the high risk taking behavior that gives them a thrill and a supply in the short term. But when you go long term, you know, you're healing up and you're understanding and you're starting new. You reintroduce yourself to society, literally. And you need to understand there is the smear campaign and a family cult protecting the abusive people for the sake of creating the false image, to maintain the false image. And this is why you go for the long run, right? You have been destabilized and your credibility has been undermined and your downfall has been prepared and orchestrated. This is why you go for the long run. But after some time, the people that have glowed up in the short term, they now will realize that they can't walk in your shoes, and a lot of the shit they created, the hell they created to get rid of you, is tunneling through the facade, and other people that are vigilant will realize it. So some of it will surface. At the same time, you're healing up, you're reintroducing yourself, you start new, you learn a lot, you educate yourself. And this means that the smear campaign is wearing off, the deception is wearing off, and at the same time, you will be able to bring these people more and more, but you need to take it slow and be very reactive and strategic and intelligent with your moves. But you can create a situation where these people will be in a very uncomfortable spot for themselves, because when you confront them, when you have evidence for what they have done, which is just facts, because they revealed who they are by abusing you, and by doing what they did. And then when you confront them with this, there is a time where they will have to take responsibility. Either they take the responsibility and they admit what they did, or they keep deflecting and running away and not taking responsibility. And in both cases, it will show that what you say is true. Because if they admit it, it is true what you said. But if they keep running away, but you have the evidence, tons of evidence for it, it just underlines and makes it even worse than if they would admit and at least show understanding for their own mistakes. You know, if they keep deflecting and not taking responsibility, it just proves that you are right, and that they don't even understand that there are standards in society and human behavior. So I thought I want to share this with you, just short note. Stay learning, stay understanding, and stay in your truth. And do not ever crash out and do that reactive abuse they want you to do, because then their smear campaign would be backed up. But when you stay silent, understanding, and civilized, they have no backup for their lies. So that's my message for you. Go for the long run, have the endurance, heal up. I know it's not easy, but it's possible.